Hey everybody, Ken and Brandon here coming at you with CCG Poker TV. I'm not going to say radio this time, although I did just say radio.
It's kind of radio.
It's kind of radio. CCG Poker TV. We got 2-5 from the max, which is like our 2-5 joint, right?
Yes.
Plus we have so much space it makes it easier to, like, you know, be able to record and set up the TV table. So anyways, 2-5, full game. These guys have been playing for a couple of hours, and then we just record the last 3 hours of gameplay. And I kid you not, there is so much action in this, it is bananas.
Let's jump into it.
Okay.
Let's go. Look, getting 3-bet right away. Ace King getting 3-bet.
Suited Ace
Here we
King.
go.
Raises Mr. Gutshot, Mike the Gutshot, 3-bets him with King Jack, so that's nice.
That's nice.
Just mixing up his 3-betting.
Ooh, Jack Ball.
Binks a Jack. Oh, welcome to Thursday Night Commentary, everybody.
Yeah,
First hand in.
Oh, I folded Jack 9. You know, like that.
It's quite a cast of regulars, and the UIC crew showed up. So
I think it's UofC.
whatever.
UofC.
UofC?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's University of Chicago.
No.
Not
Oh, they're
University.
from University. I was thinking
They're
UIC.
not from University of Illinois,
where
Chicago.
Alex went. They went to, like, the super smart school. Nice. Nothing better than going to
And by went, they still go.
They still go. Nothing better than playing a bunch of half-assed Ivy League kids.
Yeah, they're like fake at Ivy League.
It's not fake Ivy.
Well, they're like,
It's the Ivy League of the Midwest.
I'm trying to think of, couldn't think of like a synonym for Ivy.
It's
the lower.
It's a bunch of smart kids.
Yeah.
And you and I, at best, are the
smart state schools.
We are, at best, hanging out with the smart kids. Like, we would be friends with Goodwill Hunting.
Right.
We don't actually qualify for the smarts.
Correct.
Right. I'm going to go to Harvard and fuck up some smart kids. 2 minutes in, new
There's
record.
the all right.
All right, well, anyways, who do we got here? We got Pat the Knit in the 9th seed, Mike the Gutshot, Big Cup Chris, Grit John, which I like because he's half Greek, half Italian, so it's Grit John.
Makes sense.
Anthony in the middle, Fletcherson, UofC kid number 3, UFC kid number 2, and UFC kid number 1. Why do they all sit on one side? It's like the regs versus the college kids.
So I think that the 2 seats, the leader of the pack.
Oh, he is.
I think so.
Nice.
But
Yeah,
I
there's
feel like the 1 seat's the smartest. I don't
There's
know.
nothing better than, and he's like huge, like he's super tall.
Yeah.
Like the TV here doesn't do him justice.
Right.
Like he's much taller in real life.
Yeah. Like, he cancels out all of the stereotypes of
Oh
an
yeah.
Asian guy.
Oh yeah. Like he's like 6'1".
Yeah.
All right, Mike with some fake aces. Anthony races with a suited connector. I hate calling with ace jack with a raise. Now he does have position,
It's
but
tough.
I know it's just I don't like it. I like when you say things like it has less playability,
Yeah.
unless you spike a jack.
But still, King Jack 8, I mean,
Yeah.
Ace Jack's just tough to play.
Everybody got a little piece of this flop except Mike.
And Mike's out of there.
Yeah. Derick flops a king. Anthony flops an 8. John bets a jack. Turns a 9.
Anthony turns a
Gutshot.
bad end of a gutter. Nobody turned their backdoor flush draw. Diamonds or hearts would have put a little flush draw out there. Oh, 3/8.
Nothing better than just spiking an 8 on the river.
Tink, 75.
Gonna get a call from Derick because how do you put a guy on a king there or an 8? I mean, you just pay him off.
Yep.
I mean, unless you're Mike Postel and you know what the other guy has.
Right, unless you're looking in there.
You're
and
looking
you're,
at your crotch.
oh, he's got 8-7.
All right,
how
so-
I'm lucky do I run?
New top 5. I can't come up with 5, but top 3. Mike Postel. Have you heard any of like the names they've given him?
No.
Like obviously Doug Polk and Joe Ingram just call him a god. He's just
Yeah,
a god.
right.
He plays like a god. Goes god mode. But I thought Crotch Ripper was awesome.
Crotch Ripper's funny.
So it's like a spin-off of Pot Ripper,
Yeah.
the UB scandal, blah, blah, blah. They just call him Crotch Ripper. That was great.
That's really
Did you see
funny.
the other guy on... Remember we made fun of like the talking penis thing that we said?
Yeah.
So then some guy on Twitter said basically that Stewie Unger had possessed Mike Postel's
Postel.
crotch. And like there was this whole graphic thing that I won't go into about him watching the World Series with Stewie in it and blah, blah, blah while playing a little hokey pokey.
That's funny.
And yeah, so I was like, wow, we were very high up on that. Anyways, it's be the last time I mentioned Mike Postel.
$30 million lawsuit.
I've heard 10, I've heard 20, I've heard 30, and actually his lawyer has a pretty good defense. It's awesome. Other last thing, and then I'm going to get back to the game. Who raised here?
Well, hopefully our handy-dandy graphics
It only comes up with heads up.
Right, so...
We're going to need somebody to fold.
Right.
I'm banking on Pat.
I'm sure Fletch didn't raise. I'm sure Pat... It had to be Derick. No, maybe Pat raised from the cutoff. Derick called.
Possible.
Fletch under the gun. I don't know. It's equal likelihood that they all raised.
Anybody could have done it. All right, so Fletch and Pat both have a 5. It's going to get shown down here. Nobody's going to take
Nobody's got a heart.
Fletch goes, I got a 5. Pat goes, I got a 5 with a better kicker.
And Pat's dancing.
And Pat's dancing. So anyways, the last thing about Mike Postel, I also saw on Twitter where somebody's like, we have just now found the actual story for Rounders 2. Mike goes to Vegas, runs it up, decides that he wants to go back to law school, finishes law school. Now he's a successful lawyer in New York. Oh, he married Vipa, what was her name? The hot Ukrainian girl?
No.
Anyways. And then there's a huge scandal in the poker world that needs a lawyer, but somebody who understands GTO. Boom! Mike from Rounders is the man to do it. So here is the screenplay right now. It writes itself. Rounders 2.
If anybody's listening.
Thanks to Mike Postel.
Right.
It could be the only way he could spin it, is that I did it all for a Rounders 2 sequel.
Makes a whole lot of sense.
I hope he enjoys the premiere while in prison.
That's what his lawyer. That's his lawyer's take.
No, the lawyer's take is unless they can find hard evidence that he's going to just bank on the fact that 99.9% of America are not going to understand GTO poker and why this stuff is so crazy. They're just going to go, well, yeah, theoretically it could hit black 28 times in a row. Right. It's unlikely. It's highly improbable, right. But it's not impossible. It can happen.
Yep.
And that's what they're going to go with. That the chances of them getting poker players on, in the jury is very difficult. Right. So unless they can catch him with something on his phone or something on the computer or somebody in the production team flips, which is also possible.
You gotta be trained, never flip.
Never flip. Never rat. If they had you, you'd already be arrested.
That's right. They wouldn't ask you any questions.
Correct. It's like in the town when he goes, we got a fingerprint. He goes, yeah, good luck with that fingerprint. I mean, he knows they're just bluffing. All right, Jax gets slowed down here with the queen of the flop. Actually, Fletch has got a queen.
Yep. Check.
Yeah, I mean, Derick raised, call, and it's a medium-sized pot. Yeah. $270. Not
Fletch
terrible.
with the queen 10 off. He's my hero.
Yeah. All right, let's check out some stack sizes here. Pat's got 2.3K. Big Cup with 1,600. Anthony with 1,100. Chris with 1K. Fletch 800. Mike the Gutshot's got 750. John must be the 3-seat. Nope, that's Greek John. Greek John. John Greek. Greek John. But now, what time did this game start? Because
6.
We started. I say streaming. I'm air quoting. We started recording around 9 o'clock. Played for 3 hours, which is kind of nice, right?
Yeah.
And then they had been playing since like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, they started at 6.
Cool. Well, this is the Monday Poker Fixed hand. Let's see if you can come up with the same things that I came up with. Did you watch it this week?
Didn't.
Yeah, figures.
Well, it's only Tuesday.
John opens under the gun with 6s to 15. Derick 3-bets him for $45 with ace-king. Only got to call is John. How do you play 6s out of position against a kid that's just a gunslinging, throwing money
Obviously,
out there?
you flop a 6. That's the easy way to play it.
Jack 5-2. Not a terrible flop for 6s,
right? This is the tough way
right?
to play it.
So we get a check and a bet. Check, bet, insta-call.
Yep.
Turns a 4.
This is going to keep John around again.
Yep. So 6s really not looking too bad.
Obviously, it loses to aces, kings, queens, ace, jack, king, jack. I mean, those are probably the only hands Derick's going to be betting twice for value. You figure like 10s, 9s, 8s, 7s, he'll just check the turn.
Correct.
So, I mean, he definitely has value hands, but he definitely has bluffs. I mean, John can, like, take out the 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, probably.
Right now.
Yeah.
He makes a possible joke, looking in his crotch.
Funny.
Pretty funny. This is 6 hands in, so the other funny thing is that he's got 6s on the 6th hand that we've played. I thought that was great.
And he has, or Derick has 6 outs.
And he's a 6 seat. Ooh, should it be a 6 in a river?
Spicy.
Nah, it's a 5.
Okay.
5's a great card for a river,
Yeah.
right? For 6s.
I mean, backdoor diamonds get there, but I mean, come on.
Nobody ever has a flush and hold
Nobody
'em.
ever has a flush and hold 'em.
John checks it
Derick
again.
does have the ace of diamonds blocker.
So is this a triple barrel?
This is a triple barrel bomb
he's just
here.
unloading the clip on him.
I mean, yeah, I would go big.
Just pew, pew, pew. How big?
300.
Okay.
225.
So 225
That's pretty big.
It's big. It's not huge.
No. So now John is
I think you
basically...
just binked it. I think for 300, John might be able to give it up. But like 225, I mean, what's he getting down his money?
I don't know.
He's got to put in 225 to win 600.
Yeah. So almost 3 to 1.
So
he's got to be right like 30% of the time.
Yeah.
25 plus change. 30, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So what can you put him on?
I don't know. I mean, you got to like really... He's going to check ace jack back here probably even. So it's basically like aces, kings, or queens. And then some backdoor diamond combinations. That's it. Or else he bluffing with like ace king with ace of diamonds. Which,
right? Like it's the absolute perfect hand to bluff with because he's got the nut blocker. And I mean, I don't know if that's
he's
how
blocking
John
aces,
gets here.
he's blocking kings, and he's blocking the nut flush. Which is a pretty nice hand to have in your bluffing range. You know how people are just like, I'm going to bluff the river because I don't think he has anything. This is like a calculated.
Correct.
I have ace king with ace of diamonds here. I should be bluffing this river.
Right. I think it's a great move by Derick. I like it.
Either have an overpair or you don't. It's like,
John just goes, you either have an overpair or you don't. Like,
Yeah.
that's all he can put him on.
So John is, and if John is discounting the backdoor flush,
I don't think anybody's thinking backdoor flush here. I mean, what could he have had?
I mean, Derick could have like led the flop with king 10 of diamonds and then turned a diamond and continued and then river.
Maybe.
Or let's say it was ace 10 with a
John calls,
Yeah.
which I think is good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good call. I think the bet size, though, might have been what got Derick. I think if he makes it like 350 or 300, like you said, a bigger bluff bet, I think John's willing to get rid of it. Although, the one thing I said in the Monday Poker Fix, if you called on the turn for $120 and nothing changed on the river, why did you call on the turn if you weren't going to call a river bet? Because you know damn well you got check bet on every single street. You got to be able to put it out, especially a young guy. Like, it's not like you're playing Fletch who's just going to give up.
Right.
And I don't mean that badly on Fletch. I just don't mean, like,
He doesn't necessarily have the heart to just...
the kid's willing to just keep firing
Yeah.
empty, ace high, just rips.
Yep.
So I feel like maybe if he'd have bet a little bigger, I think he kind of priced John in with that 225, was like right in the green zone of, fuck it, I call.
But now he's just going to have to, you know, store that in the way in the bank and then bet the same amount when he has it. You know?
I never do that. I got to start doing that.
So Pat's at 2,300. Do you want to make a prop bet that he never gets above 25 or below 21 this whole session?
I mean, I know it happens, so that's pretty crazy. But I said to somebody else, I was like, oh man, look at Pat's chip stack. And Anthony goes, yeah, I think they're glued to the table.
Well, they don't even. Yeah,
They don't even move.
They don't even move.
He's like, how are we going to move tables? How are we going to move the TV table? Because Pat's chips are glued down. Which is funny. I had a very long...
You know, we actually had like an 8-person list for this game.
Yeah. It's a great game. And it's going to happen again tomorrow, Friday, the October 18th, at the Max. We're going to be back in the Max for Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
And we're going to do 2-5. Same deal, streamed from like 9 to 12:30. And we're going to start the game as soon as whenever it starts, which is typically kind of like after work crowd.
Right, once the 3 UFC kids get there, it kind of like fires it up. Because, you know, Pat gets there kind of early, and Big Cup will be there if he knows it's going to run.
Big Cup's got to work too, though.
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of these guys are going to work. 6 is kind of a perfect time. So, anyways, If you want to play 2-5 and you want to be on the stream, I recommend you get there early or call in. You can text me 630-901-9797, and I can put you on the list. If you call me, I'm just going to say you have to text me, which is fine. That way we've got a record of
timestamp.
Yeah, and then that way we know, because then otherwise people come in and they're like, oh, he called. And I was like, Did you? Or really, I might not be there and I'm texting Brandon, hey, put so-and-so on the list, and it makes it
At least,
cool.
yeah.
So, anyways, 2-5 tomorrow.
What happened for hand number 7? Did we just miss a hand?
Yeah, it was a no-nothing hand.
No, nothing.
No, nothing.
All right.
Nothing exciting.
Jack 10 of clubs. He's making it 15.
I like it. I figure if you're going to play those hands, you got to raise those hands. Yeah?
I mean, yeah, Jack 10 of clubs is a nice hand.
I like it. It is pretty, though.
Big
King
cup.
Deuce, also pretty, but in like a weird way.
Yeah.
So, heads up. Not really premium hands.
It's pretty in the way that, like, he already had $5 in it. It's only 10 more.
Yep. Big blind calls. King Deuce suited.
All right, well, pretty good flop for
Yeah, great
both
little
of them,
action
kind of.
flop. Chris bets it out.
Nope, Chris just... Oh, yeah,
Oh.
big cup. Chris.
Check,
They're
bet,
both Chris.
call.
Okay, they're both Chris. That's what I'm worried about.
Turns a heart, so just massively... No way he's going to bet it, right? Let the kid
No.
keep betting. But
Yeah.
now, Chris... I'm sorry. Yeah, Chris...
Big cup,
kinda
just
slows
check call,
down.
check call,
It's
check
weird, because you got... Like,
Big cup, Chris.
you got multiple guys with the same name at this table, so
Yes.
it's making me crazy. But...
I think that was a value bet by the 2C Chris, and Big Cup just gonna call the king.
Yeah. Big Cup, second in ship, 1600. What's the max buy-in on this game?
1,000. Then table max.
Two things. One, I know you were an hour and change late today.
Basically 2 hours late.
Basically 2 hours late. But you didn't notice anything?
I mean, yeah, I noticed a lot, actually. Well, I don't really know what I noticed.
Turn around.
Yeah, the poker table's out?
Yeah, clean the whole...
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm not squished back here.
Right. I cleaned my office today. Brandon's an hour and a half late.
Red or black on this flop, who pays?
I just went ahead
You know, I
and,
woke up at 9:30, and then went back to sleep, and then woke up to KJ calling me.
Yeah, it's
You on
never-
your way? Yeah,
never
I'm on my
good
way.
When it's 20 minutes after you're supposed to be somewhere, you live an hour away, and it's your boss calling you, going, "Where the fuck are you?"
And it was so funny because I was trying to look, because when it says KJ boss on the thing, I couldn't see what time it was. I almost declined the call. I was trying to like find out what actual time it was.
All right, Jacks versus fours here. It looks like Will raised, John called, trying to set mine a little bit. We got a little table delay.
We got a bad card here? Or?
I think so. I bought some new cards this week, so I think one of the cards is bad. It's the Ace of Clubs is bad in this deck. So John full-blown spikes a 4 here, which is great. Unfortunate for John is that the ace came out as well. If it was all unders,
All right, the second ace, though, that helps John's
makes Will
case.
feel better.
Yep.
Do you ever bet here with fours? Try to get some value out of it?
I mean, you're just really... The only way you're ever going to play a big pot is if the guy has an ace, right?
yeah.
So my
Or he just spews off all his
Right.
chips.
So my view is like, I'm just going to pound it and hope he has an ace.
Right.
And I mean, if he folds, then you know I miss out on some small value, but I make a really big pot when he has it.
So it's maximizing that value. Now,
Right.
he
You-
did kind of get counterfeited here on the river because now if he had an ace, he's got a full house, aces full of ace, and it definitely beats your fours full of aces. So, kind of a good turn, shitty river.
River, like the worst.
John just said that's like the worst river.
He loses to an 8. He loses to
To
an
an
ace.
ace. Yeah. But
You know,
he's good.
still won, but I can't even bet it anymore.
Yeah, you can't bet it. I mean, at that point, he has 0 showdown value. Am I using that one right?
No.
No.
Because he's got plenty of showdown value.
He does?
Yeah.
Why?
Show it down and he wins.
Less showdown value than he had?
No.
No,
it's not
I'm
showdown
trying
value.
to stretch this showdown value.
I mean, it's just tough for him to get actual
I
value.
don't think at any point if I raise there, you're folding anyway. So it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
and he just said if at any point I raised there, I think you're folding, which is true. Will's jacks were just like not a good hand to fire around with. Fletch with a big ace queen.
Fletch always has offsuit hands.
Yeah,
He never has
never
suited.
has suited hands. So if there's a flush on board,
Fletch doesn't have it unless there's 4 spades.
Four
or something.
spades.
Then he's probably got it.
Right.
Because he's always got two
You were
flush
pretty
draws.
excited when Daniel Negreanu tweeted out that spades are heavier, in which case they are more likely to hit a flush.
That's true. I was excited. I was like, I fucking told you.
He also he's in Razvadov, so if you watch the WSOP vlog is back on, so him to try to win the Player of the Year, which would be
nice.
cool.
Yeah, it would be.
So I didn't watch it, but I know he's vlogging again because he's out in Razvadov, which I just like saying.
I think it's Razvadov.
That's what I said, Razvadov. That's what I said, booty traps. And Goonies reference there. And
Didn't catch it.
so he did like hey, everybody in the room, does anybody heard about this Mike Postel thing going on in Stones? And they were all like, what? Like, nobody had an idea. And the point he was trying to make is that the poker universe on Twitter is, like, super small. Although I think poker and Twitter go really well together.
They do.
I think it's a huge, like,
It is.
ton of people are on it, and it's a really great tool and something I'm trying to work more on.
Yeah, go ahead and finish it. I'll tell you.
But it was also kind of weird to think about that, you got such a huge scandal, which I feel like everybody has been talking about.
Oh, yeah, I hear it all weekend.
And then WSOP Europe, they're like, yeah, whatever. We have no idea what the hell you're talking about, Daniel. Shut up, stupid hockey-loving Canadian.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're different worlds, almost.
Well, I mean, it's
Same world.
the same world, but opposite ends.
Yeah.
Razvadov. Yeah, it's pretty coal.
So, yeah, some guy that I was playing PLO with last night, I was like, oh, you run the charities. Yeah, okay, cool. He's just like, yeah, I follow you guys on Twitter. I see blah, blah, blah. He's like, I have never been to the event, but I see stuff on Twitter all the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been better about retweeting other stuff and
Yeah.
trying to engage as much as possible. It's
He's like,
difficult.
you guys get Omaha there? I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, baby!
He's a player that we kind of won in the game, so
Nice. Big,
trying to get him
what do you
out.
call a fish with money?
A whale?
Yeah,
I saw a black card.
it's my only poker joke.
Is that really a joke?
No, well, it's only funny if you're the whale. Because then you feel good. 'Cause it's like, I'm a fish,
But I got
I'm
money.
spewing off money, so it's fine. Everybody likes it. 4-way flop, $85.
A lot of poker grinders wishes they were whales because they
Yeah.
didn't have the money.
Right.
Ace 9-6, Fletch with
Pat with
ace.
the eights. I think Pat opened and from the button with eights, probably, or he called a raise.
Look at
whatever.
Fletch. Fletch is my hero. He really is.
Playing a Fletch hand,
I
like
know.
it's a perfect Fletch hand
4 ways, betting it out on Ace 9-6-6.
with a shitty ace.
Yep. No, of course nobody
Takes-
just got
and
Ace
just
Jack
takes
to
it down.
punish him. Yep.
Just takes it down.
That's amazing.
Fletch is good.
It's really amazing.
Nobody plays ace 5, ace 4, or ace 6 better than Fletch. He's the best in the world. Number 1 player in the world with ace 4, ace 5, or ace 6. You can't beat him. Right on LaGrange Road, he says.
Looks kind of busy.
Oh, this was a super
Yeah, this
busy
is
day.
nice.
I think we had like 5 cash games going. Good tournaments. This is like the second or third. Remember we had like 54 in the deep stack? You want to do our plug since we're at 23 minutes?
Yeah.
What's coming up this weekend?
Well, first of all, we hit all 3 of our guarantees last weekend.
Some of them were sweats.
2 out of 3 were sweats.
The only non-sweat was
Saturday.
Saturday's mini stack, which had like 72 players in
Yeah.
it, which is like a super crush on the guarantee. But Friday night deep stack,
We started with
Little slow start.
18 and had to get to 35,
and ended up with
42.
2. So it's the smallest of the Friday night deep stacks, but it's pretty cool to say that 42 players is the smallest of the Friday night deep stacks.
Yep.
That's insane, people. Get your ass out there, play the Friday night deep stack. Pause for a second from the promo spot of our sponsor, CCG Poker Radio.
So did Pat 3-bet? Yeah, Pat 3-bet
Yeah,
to
Pat
60.
3-bet with 7-6, just getting spicy. And,
Chris is putting in the 4-bet.
yeah, I think Pat raised. There was a 3-bet.
No, it says Pat 3-bet 60.
Oh, yeah, wow. Shit.
I think Chris or Mike raised Pat 3-bet and then Chris 4-bet.
Well, there were
Yeah,
7s out there. I think Mike maybe had 7s.
Either way, Pat.
I like Pat. This
Yeah,
is,
he usually always just has a huge hand here, so I
Right.
like mixing it up.
and he spikes an ace. So this is where knowing the people you play against can actually work against you. Because he could... Oh, no, he's not playing Big Cup. He's playing the
Yes.
UFC kid. And that kid doesn't know that Pat is like a super nit.
Super rock, right?
I shouldn't say nit. Super rock.
It's a good word, too.
It's fine. Him and I talked about his table image, and I was like, it's pretty good.
What does NIT stand for? Not interesting at the table?
I didn't know it stood for something.
I
I thought
made that
nit
up.
just meant you're like nitty.
Yeah, it is.
But I honestly, I thought it was its own verb. Like, you're just nitty, so you're a nit. I don't actually know what it means.
Adjective?
No idea.
It's definitely not a verb.
All right, back to the promo. So,
This is a verb.
you're nitty.
The action of being
To knit.
to knit. Okay. Okay, all right. That makes sense.
Okay. All right. This coming weekend, we are Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday is Max.
Saturday is Max.
Saturday, Max.
Sunday, North Lake.
American Legion, North Lake, right on North Avenue and 294. Actually, that's turned out to be a pretty good spot.
It actually is pretty good.
And then they got a huge TV on the wall, plus we bring the CCG big TV.
Yeah. So we get two football games
two
on.
football games on.
2 in the new games, 2 in the 3 o'clocks, and the late night games. So
Correct.
all the
You get
football's there.
All
pretty
the
much.
stuff you want to watch. Friday, you've got the featured Friday night deep stacks, $3,500 guarantee, probably going to be in the 50 to 55 range.
Yeah.
You also have the 2-5 live stream game.
There'll be PLO, there'll be 1-3, and there'll be 1-1. So,
So
everything will
literally
be on Friday.
Anything you want on Friday. If you were playing poker, you should come on Friday.
9, 5, 3.
Deuces
Pat.
do not survive.
Pat flops top pair.
Saturday, I don't think there's anything crazy on Saturday.
Nope, just a normal standard Saturday.
Oh, no, I lied. Saturday
Blue.
is the $200 double Greenbird bounty deep stack.
That's right.
So
With
it's a
the
double
guarantee-
Greenbird.
Do we do a guarantee on that?
No guarantee.
Okay, that's cool.
But it should be a big one.
Yeah.
Especially because the WSOP's in town. I think we didn't want to go too nuts
Yeah.
on guarantees.
It's the main event weekend, though, so we should
Yeah.
be okay.
So hopefully some people want to play that. Ours, not the main event. Although if you play the main event,
Good luck.
good luck and tweet at us because
Yeah.
we love updates. And if you mention CCG, then I will definitely be more inclined to give you free stuff.
Right.
So
We have a lot of free stuff to give away these days.
I do. I got hats. I got Poker Hub sweatshirts, Poker Hub hats.
You know, some kid asked for the Poker Hub. He asked if we had any T-shirts. No, if we had any hoodies with Poker Hub on the front and not CCG on the back. I was like, thanks, man. That makes us feel good.
No.
No, we don't.
Beat it.
Yeah. Now it's $40 for the hoodie.
He strategically left so he doesn't.
Sunday. 120 deep stack at noon. $20 early bird. 4 p.m. Sunday special. So really the featured event on Sunday is going to be the Sunday special because the Bears game's at noon, I'm hoping. Let's find out.
Who do they play?
I don't know.
We become a
Saints. Saints at home.
Saints at home. Yes, it's true. It hits a 325 game.
All right, so it'll be the nooner. Nooner will probably be your best bet.
Noon's your best bet. And if you make it deep, you're fine. And
The game will be on at both. The game will be on there. It's a nice little environment. I watched So I was at the shoe last night, and the room was obviously packed because of the circuit.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a bunch of Detroit fans, and there was a bunch of Packers fans, and there was a bunch of Bears fans watching the Monday night Packers-Bears game,
nice.
or Packers-Detroit game. And it was like a pretty good atmosphere to watch a game. Obviously, all the Bears fans are rooting for Detroit.
Right.
The Detroit fans are rooting for Detroit. Then there's the stupid Packers fans that are loud as can be. And so every play was like people talking.
Super fun.
Yeah.
All right, Big Cup flops an open-ender. Anthony flopped an ace, but a pretty bad kicker. Fletch has got a gut shot.
Hey, he's got a suited hand. Oh, wait. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's just a same colored hand. Anthony's still betting his ace out. Big Cup's calling, rightfully so. 9 is a brick for Big Cup. Anthony's good with the ace and just bets out 25 and gets it down. Pretty small pot here, though.
Shout out to Naun. He's on like hour 8 of dealing straight. He started that game.
And
he's dealt before that.
he's really good at doing the table. Like
Because he's
good
nice
at, like,
and slow. Well, not being too
not
fast.
slow. There's a perfect pace for that TV table because
Deliberate
you don't
is
want it,
kind of the
yeah, you don't want
word
it to
you
go
want.
too fast because
You can't perceive the images.
it's
in
something that I have a hard time sometimes convincing players of. Maybe this is why some players don't want to play on that TV table. It's the TV aspect of it is part of the fun, right?
Right.
Like
You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose 4 hands an hour.
Right. We want people to be able to see it and make for good television.
Right.
And these games with this action and this cast, like, this is an awesome game.
Right, like you don't want it all in a call and just rip out the flop turn
Right,
river,
like,
and then like the
how
people on
about some
TV
drama?
not even realize, oh, what does the guy even need?
Right.
Give
You
the
gotta
out
sweat.
image a chance to come
The
up.
whole idea is that we want to be able to sweat with some of these players, and
Right.
that's kind of fun. So, hopefully they enjoy it, and if you don't, then don't play on the table. Like it's like I don't know, makes for better TV.
All right, Chris opens the ace 9 diamonds.
Security
and
guard in
Will,
the back there. She pretty cool.
She's all right.
She all right. She's not bad. She's one of the good ones. She won't yell at you if you smell like a skunk when you come inside.
No.
Some of the other ones will.
Although ponytail George with the.
Oh yeah, she freaked
beer
out on
bottle.
the beer bottle. Yeah.
But I know they're just doing their jobs. But
All right,
still.
so
This
Chris
looks like
raises.
4 bets.
Will 3 bets with jacks. Chris is just going to wrap a huge hand here.
Punishment.
And 4 bets his buddy. Punishing his buddy. Look at the hurt face
just
on
the
Will.
pain.
Just like, why? Why would you do that to me?
Jacks is
call.
just so hard to play in this
Yeah,
spot.
especially when you 3
You can
bet
just
to try
get
to-
owned so easily every which way.
Unless you flop a jack.
Correct. And even then, they'll probably be 2 diamonds. Now he is in position, which is nice. All right.
All unders. Probably your best bet.
All right, but here's the
Banana
thing.
flop, which means there's no...
$25 bet. That's awesome.
Who bets 25?
Oh, it's $100.
A $100 bet.
So, I mean, here's the thing. You lose the aces, kings, queens, 10s, 7s, 6s. Which is a lot of hands.
But do you really 4-bet with 10s, 7s, or 6s?
Maybe. I don't know. He 4-bet ace 9. If he's 4-bet ace 9, he's
I
probably
mean, we
4-bet
know
a lot.
that, but...
Right. I don't know. All right, turn 5. This is kind of a big street for Will. If Chris is going to fire again, this
So
looks like
Chris
an all
bet...
in.
Oh, is it all in?
It
It is all in. 828 all in. Will's going to have to call an all-in bet. There's... I mean, that's a straight card. I mean, I guess... No, it's not.
He ain't
Because
worried
if you
about
had 8-9,
straight.
you had 8-9.
Right. 3,
I mean,
4, meh. 8, 4, meh.
Yeah. Nobody's 4-betting with any of those cards. So, it's, again, we're back to the same idea of what we have with John.
So this
and
is a
Derick.
good. This is actually one of the hands that Chris should be bluffing with. I mean,
A big ace. Or
a big
suited
ace. Well, an ace with he's got equity. You know, he's got.
Well, the 9's actually better here because he's got a gut shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he
oh, sorry,
has
yeah.
some equity.
You want cheers over the table? No.
He was really hoping for a 5 of diamonds. Would have been a great, I mean, gin card. Not quite gin, but like, you're super close at that point. Will he looks downtrodden, beaten.
Yeah.
I think this is
I feel
gonna
like
be-
he
it's-
feels like no matter what he does,
he's screwed.
It's like, if I call, he's got aces. If I fold, he's got ace 9.
Yep. He's thinking, can I make a hero call here? Because it feels like a hero call.
And
no
it's
matter
his
what.
buddy, and it almost feels like, you know, I hate to not get that image or not get that mentality.
Like your buddy wouldn't do that to you.
Like your buddy be like, hey, I'm just telling you, man, I got you beat here on the turn. Like,
And in all actuality, Chris is just playing the buddy card to
Right,
his advantage.
right.
So, Will, when you watch this on Thursday night
Be
before
very
you
upset.
play on Friday, kick his ass. Just go get him. Look at that smile, too. That little Mike Pasto-looking smile.
like I just know.
I just
I do
know
like
you're
the Red
gonna
Hot
fold.
Chili Peppers. hoodie.
Yeah, it's nice. And I think...
So now Will couldn't get away from this relatively cheap.
absolutely he can.
I mean, he paid off 105 pre-flop and 100 on the flop.
well,
He's in his hand for
150. I mean, I know he 3-bet, but I mean...
Oh yeah, 150 and
I got you.
100. 250.
250, which is...
I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3. He's got about 400 behind. He can really salvage this. I would fold. That's just me too.
Yeah.
I had Chipotle for dinner last night. Now I don't know what to have for lunch.
I swear to God, the last 2 hands, he folds.
Yeah.
The last 2 hands, I've been thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch, and it's really between Jimmy John's or this place, Simple Greek. Do you know
What's Simple Greek?
Chipotle for Greek.
Ah, Greek Potle.
Greek Potle.
How is it?
So good.
Where's it at?
It's right by my
Oh,
house.
okay, it's in India.
But there's it's a franchise.
What was it? I was just going to say something. I forgot.
Chipotle. Lunch. That's what we're talking about.
Nothing.
Mike Postel then. That's
Oh,
what
yeah. I hate Mike Postel.
Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. It's basically like, do you want a bowl? Do you want rice? And then it's like, do you want Euro meat or grilled chicken or this? And then they have like, banana peppers and tzatziki sauce and cucumbers, whatever
Nice.
you add. It's really, really, really
All the good
good.
stuff. Wow, I can't believe Chris played his friend like that.
I know.
Are they friends or did they just like schoolmates? Do people say schoolmates? Do you have schoolmates when you're like in college?
Schoolmates kind of sounds.
I mean, my daughter's 5 and she has schoolmates in preschool, but
Right.
yet is it like when you're in college? Does you say, "Hi, this is Will, my schoolmate"?
I don't think so.
No, you probably get the shit beat out of you a lot.
Definitely
Yeah.
do.
I think his range equity is slow playing and pot committed.
How much is that?
It's 500. I just gave it.
He's a weird guy. He's a weird guy. Mr. Gutshot, we are going to have the the bang hand of the week?
Bang hand of the,
Whatever.
hand of the week. Sure. This is the bang hand of the week?
This is it, because we don't know what Mr. Gutshot has for quite some time. So let's see if we can put him on a hand. I know what he has, because I remember this hand. And it's gross. Flop's coming out.
10-5 deuce.
2-5-10. Ooh. We said it totally backwards.
Come on, that's impressive.
You just went in order of
I went
the
bottom to
cards.
top. You went top to bottom.
Or, yeah. One
check,
club.
check.
Man, there's like an endless flow of people coming back to ask you for money today, huh?
Yep.
PLO
That's
game was
shitty
sick. PLO game was sick.
Turns a 6, which gives Big Cup a backdoor flush draw. He checks. Mike's going to bet it out. Looks like 80.
Chris, 2 overs and a flush draw. He's in there like swimwear.
110 in there like swimwear.
Yeah.
Nice. Betting a call from Big Cup. He's pretty happy that 6 of clubs came on the turn.
Depends on what the river is. I'll be happy. Hello.
10 of clubs. Pairs the board.
Yeah.
But, again, you're probably not too worried about, what are you worried about, 10-5, 10 deuce? I mean, it was a race. Pre-flop.
5s or 6s.
And then
or
Mike
whatever.
3-bet him. Like, he's not
Yeah,
3-betting
no.
with 5s or 10s. And if he's got quads, pay him off.
Yeah. I paid
Chris
off again,
fires into
quad
him. First time Chris has made a bet since pre-flop. Can you put what can Mike put Chris on? Big Cup. I want to do it the backwards way,
The backwards way.
meaning like
Chris checked the flop, checked the turn.
no,
led the
he bet pre-flop and you 3-bet him. Then it's a check, then it's a check call. So
Mike's all in.
and then
here.
on the river is a club, which is the back door. Chris fires into him 200, which is about a pot-sized bet, and Mike just all in.
Oh,
And
ace king of
Chris
clubs, huh?
calls right away. Yeah, just the absolute
sick run out.
worst. I think I literally tagged the hand sick run out.
Yeah. That's a sick one.
Just one of those hands where like you're gonna lose. Cause we talked about this too. I hate when I'm sitting at the table and in my mind I'm going club.
Club
And in all
comes, and then
actuality,
and then- yeah, it's the worst
just
card.
you're gonna lose all your money. But I like it. Sometimes
Yeah.
you lose a big pot with a queen jack suited, but sometimes you win a massive pot.
Yeah.
Like if Mike had aces there, which he very easily could have, because I mean maybe not aces, but could have had a big, jacks or something, maybe.
Then they come into one.
Nines. I think nines might have been his biggest
and
pair.
he gets paid off 300 on the river
Yeah.
if he has a lot of those hands.
Or ace 10.
So cancel the nobody has flushes and hold them. When one guy has a flush, they both have
yeah,
flushes.
obviously, if you have a flush, so does the other guy.
Right. So just remember that.
Chris takes it in stride, takes a drink of his beer, decides, man, I could have folded that queen jack pre-flop to a 3-bet.
Yeah.
and then I wasted all my genie wishes on a club on the river.
Club. Boom. Oh, that's
Oh,
cost you
shit.
700.
Anthony, King
Queen
Queen, I would fold
clubs.
this after watching
Right,
that
just
last
like,
hand.
that
Just like, ugh. He doesn't. He calls the 10. No raise, though. Gutshot Mike calls, or raises? Nope, calls with King Jack. Pat,
Pat's in there.
checking it up. I think it was a straddle here. They did straddle a bunch.
There's
too,
no
so
way
it was
Pat's
2-5 with
putting
a
any
$10
money.
straddle.
All right, 987. Pat with bottom pair and an open ender. Mike 2 overcards in the gutter. Anthony 2 overcards, and Anthony's 2 overcards come in. Checks to Anthony, who's going to fire a little, probably $20 bet. 15. Fold. Pat's in there. River. Queen. Huh. Check. Maybe 30. We'll see.
Ooh, queen.
30 it is. Pat says, I want to see it.
I mean, for $30, I want to see it too.
Pat just looked him up with bottom pair. It's pretty nice.
I like it. To knit or not to knit? That is the question.
Yeah. See, I'm still stuck on like Jimmy John's, which is right here. Or some looking where I got to drive all the way home.
Right, that's a long time.
Didn't eat this morning because I woke up and left.
Yep. How was your session last night? You said you
Long.
won a little bit.
I won 700.
Were you up any more than
No,
that?
no, it was
like
my
you
maximum
grinded out.
peak.
Nice, that's good. It's nice when you can fold. Sorry. It's nice when you leave when you are at the top of the night. Now, my problem is I'm always thinking if I stayed a little longer, maybe I would have doubled up again.
Yeah.
1,400.
Yeah.
But at some point, you just have to. Isn't that why most poker pros say play for 5 hours, block out that 5 hours, and then that's what you're going to play? Up or down, doesn't matter. You're playing that 5 hours, and that's it.
Yeah, I try to kind of do that. Like 2 o'clock is usually my go home time, no matter where I'm at, unless the game's super good. Then you can extend it.
That was a setup.
And the game
How do you
was amazing.
make a hand? I mean, how's a hand? Or sorry, good lord. What makes a hand? Good God! What makes a game really good at the horseshoe?
People,
a lot of whales, splashing about.
Yeah, just people. A lot of 5, 6, 7 ways to the flop is gonna just
You're gonna get
people that are
paid.
willing to just call raises. If people are gonna call raises,
You know what else is messed
game's
up?
gonna be good.
He plays with the same people all the time. Like, he has to consider some of them friends.
So this was recorded on October 4th, which is
Besides you,
prime postal.
Yeah, investigation.
Yeah, I mean this is like
Ingram's
literally
coming out with stuff every
Friday.
day.
Yeah, I mean he's streaming. None of the really good stuff has even come out yet. Like it's still like, yeah, this looks weird. Blah blah blah. It's pretty cool. Chris is on a little bit of a roll, and he's kind of taking money from his friends and family here. He's gonna play the nines,
and call the
2
over.
overcards. I guess he's got an
So
8 for some
Derick has
equity.
the ace of clubs, right?
bro.
Has the ace of clubs, more than likely.
How do you go in the river? This is a problem right there. He's got to make it like 150.
Turns an 8.
Pink.
Raise.
Hello.
That's gross.
That was an overbet, right?
If he's got the ace of clubs, that means nines are the nuts.
How much was in the
I
pot?
know. That's yeah.
Shaking his head, must have been ace jack, ace
If he
10,
makes it
probably.
80,
I think we might find out.
Maybe ace queen.
Ace jack, ace of clubs.
Yep.
Ooh, flop top
Yeah,
pair.
yeah. Chris with 6 outs. Pink.
Just
Drawing
bangs
dead.
it. Bangs it. To do, bangs. Not drawing dead. He could
To
draw
a
to a
chop.
chop.
Yeah.
Drawing to a chop is the best. 1% chop outs is the best way to get it in.
You think you can still do this, or did you forget? You good?
I can do it, no problem. Okay. We're talking about the Rubik's Cube. So I have the Speed Ripper one
Yeah.
at my house, and it's on the kitchen counter, and I play with it whenever I want to. And
sounds terrible.
yeah, it does sound terrible. But my oldest daughter, she sees me doing it, and she's like, I want to try it. I want to try it. So I have been moving it for her. And again, I'm going like, it's perfectly cool. I'm like going, one to the left, one to the right. So it's like none of the sides match.
Yeah,
but
you
like
just gotta
it's
go.
only, you just
Yeah.
got to make like 2 moves backwards.
Right.
Like, no algorithms or anything.
Sure.
Yeah. And she's like looking at it, and I didn't tell her like what to do, and she banged it right. I mean,
That's
she was
awesome.
so excited about it too.
Yeah.
It's great. And then my middle child, Quinn, who's 3, she's like, I want to try, and I gave it to her in like Brick City. Like she wasn't even close. But she got closer, and then Sawyer's like, no, Quinny, you got to move it this way. And like it was cool. It was
Yeah.
nice to see them kind of working together. But yeah, I could definitely still do it. No problem. I don't want to do it because it's very
It's very loud.
yeah. This one's super loud. So I'll let you guys know if I win that prop bet. New Brad Owen vlog came out today, 5 minutes ago. This is Tuesday, so this is a couple of days ago if you're watching this on Thursday. Also, Brad Owen called me last week Tuesday during my vlog. I was recording the vlog, and he gets a little cameo just because on my phone it says Brad Owen, and I showed the camera that Brad actually called me. But we did book dates for Chicago Meetup number 2.0.
Nice.
The sequel.
When?
April.
Nice.
I think it's the first weekend of April. We're going to lock it in for sure, but that's a primo time frame, right?
It's pretty good.
It's a pretty good time frame.
Before the WSOP.
Yeah.
Before the weather gets too nice.
I forgot about the WSOP. Oh, you mean like the summer?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, nice.
It starts in May.
May it is. Are we going this year?
We're going.
So CCG will be at the main event this year.
We're gonna
2020.
vlog.
We're gonna vlog. We're gonna podcast. We're gonna tweet.
One of us
we're gonna
will make
Instagram.
Maybe day 2.
One of us is gonna
Definitely
make day
not
2,
like day 4,
because
but
you can direct buy into day 2.
Right.
So Brandon will probably just buy another one.
you can't.
You
only
can't.
buy it once.
Oh my God! It's a one and done.
All right, so if you play like 1A and the brick, then I'll just direct buy into day 2, so at least one of us made day 2.
Yeah, don't count on me making it. I might just fold my way to day
That's
2.
what I'm saying.
John and Jenny in the background there playing kissy face.
That's
Gross.
what's crazy about the main event is when you think about like a CCG tournament or tournament at the Horseshoe, if you got 20 big blinds, like you usually got to make something happen in the foreseeable future. Like
right.
Usually if you got 20 bigs, like you're doubling up
You
or
got a
you're
couple
out.
rounds, but I mean
you're not an hour, but it's not
Right.
like you have like people last 3 days on 20 big blinds. Like
just
3
nothing.
days.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
All right, straddle pot here. Lots of hot garbage. Queen Jack is my favorite hand right now. Pocket fives from Will in the 3 seat. He's still pretty scared and shaken up by those jacks. Fletch is just going to jam.
Fives is the best
Jam
hand.
a bet in here. Yeah, fives is the best hand. 75% winner. Will knows it. Fletch calls.
Will knows it.
Queen Jack is kind of a dream card for Fletch. Gives him an open-ender.
You mean
Still
the
both
10,
of his
the 10,
fives.
the
Sorry.
10, yeah.
The 10 is a dream
It is
card
a dream
for his
card.
Queen Jack.
And he...
Oh,
Five's
5 for
a
the
dream
overkill.
card for Will.
Will. Please 5, please 5, please 5. Bink. That's 55 on top of it. He's just screaming, I have a 5. Will, just flip over your hand, because you just told everybody you had 55. Do you ever think it subconsciously creeps in when you've got pocket 6s and you make it like 66?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
think it does too. I also, it's a new tilt machine for Ken. Fletch gives it up. I mean, he was really floating.
Yep. Trying to bink.
Yeah.
Did raise earlier with
I mean, he bet out the flop just because nobody else had. See where he was. Got one caller. Made a nice turn. Did he bet the turn?
No.
Yeah, he should have bet the turn. I think he would have got it if he'd have bet the turn. But, anyways, we never would have saw that 5. What was it talking about? Forgot again? Damn it. We're both tired. I got up at like 5:30 this morning.
I am. Yeah, I'm out of it.
Oh, things that tilt Ken. Top 4 things that tilt
You were not
Ken.
talking
Yes,
about
I
that.
was.
That was in your head. You never said
will,
those words.
I will tell you why. I was just saying there's things that tilt me, and here are the top 4 things that tilt me. You know what most of them are.
Directional betting.
I hate when somebody points their chips towards me, like throws the chips out towards me. It will set me on fire. 2, min betting me is also going to significantly increase my red ass. 3, I hate when people say good hand, even if it's not to me, because I want you to say what you want to say. Don't, nice hand, when you really just want to say, go fuck yourself.
Right, just say it.
Just say it. Have the nuts to say to me,
you stink.
you suck.
Yeah.
Those cards are terrible.
You played that awful.
How do you sleep at night?
Right.
4 is when you're playing 2-5 and somebody makes a $66 bet. It's 60. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Just keep it in increments of 5. I hate the $66 bet. It slows down the game. The dealer's got to make change. It's a nightmare. I love this hand right here.
5s, Jack 9 suited, Ace King.
6, 7, 8. Checks are out. 6 pairs the board. Will's 5s, which are like right
weirdly
next to each other,
good again.
and back to back. He's screaming for a 5 now.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Jack. And
Jack is going to give
9.
Fletch a winner here. Will should have bet it. Frankly, Fletch should have bet it earlier. I guess this was Fletch's hand to win.
Yeah.
I mean, he flopped an open ender. Bet it. Why aren't you betting it, Fletch? Did you not listen to any of Thursday night commentary? When you have a straight or a flush draw, bet it out and give yourself multiple chances to win.
Yep.
Right?
Your ass was going
Right.
to sleep at like 9 o'clock, like a grandpa. Fletcher stays up
I don't know
later
what they're
than
talking
you.
about.
You're talking about Pat's sleep schedule and how he goes to sleep.
Also, what do you think of this new camera angle? Because we sat 9-handed. I kind of dig this
Yeah, it's actually
camera
pretty
angle,
good.
right? Like, it's higher. So you,
It's a little aerial.
And you get to see the background. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're 50 minutes in, huh? Wow, time flies when we're having fun. This has been an easy one because there's no brutal, like, 20-minute stretch where their head's up and it's just going fold, fold, fold. This is like,
Cash games
This-
do make for a much better
Pat,
commentary.
what are you
Yeah.
doing?
He's like, I'm prepping for 1, 2, and 4.
If you had to rank top commentators,
No, but it was a fun
like
trip.
tours, what would you
oh,
say?
EPT.
EPT commentators are the
Yeah,
best?
Stapleton. Or Staples or Stapes or
Yeah.
Matt Stapleton. Is his
I
name?
don't know.
He's the best.
Mr. Gutshot, King 9 of Hearts. Derick's in there.
I do like Maria Ho and Norman Chad on the
never
live
played like
WSW.
Now, is Maria Ho, is she kind of semi-retired? Is she only
No,
playing?
no, no.
She's still playing?
Well, remember,
She's really good at commentating. I like
remember
listening
they
to her.
subbed that one guy out because he was berating. We're not berating.
Yeah, they claim that's not what happened.
I mean, it's so
Right.
easy when
But
you're
that's
at the
what
Rio
happened.
and
He was
you-
basically saying like the players in the
Unofficially-
main event 10K just stink and they none of them play good and yeah, you shouldn't.
It's
be
supposed
mad
to
at
be
them.
the pinnacle of poker, right?
right.
And it's not anymore.
No,
What is the, like...
it's the high roll.
Remember when Chip Reese won, like, the 50K mixed games, and, like, they were saying, like, that
the
guy's,
50K
like...
Players Championship?
That's, like, the toughest thing to win. Like,
Yeah.
that guy's the best player of whatever, right? Like, of poker. Is there another one? I mean, is it still
I mean, the 50K Players Championship is still.
a prestigious award?
It's probably more. It's more prestigious than the main event.
Oh, for sure. I guess that's a better word for me to say. Is what's more prestigious? Like, obviously, everybody in their mother who's ever played poker would love to win the main event. I don't care what you guys want to make. Slap me on a billboard and
Right.
draw penises all over my face. I don't
I'm
care.
in. I'm in. That's all it takes.
If it's all it
We
takes,
can do that
I'm
every
in.
day.
I'll get tattoos on my. No, I can't do that. But I guess it's way more prestigious to win the 50K.
Yeah, because the Players Championship is mixed game, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's horse and then it's all no limit at the final table.
Isn't all no limit the final table?
Yeah.
So you have to get to the final table to play no limit. The Cadillac of poker.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what's really prestigious these days. The high rollers are where all the good, I mean, all like the super nerds.
What is?
Like the high roll, like the 25Ks and the 50Ks, the EPTs, the poker masters,
Yeah,
the
I like that
super
one.
high roller bowl, the 300K buy-in.
You know what kind of bricked out was the British Poker Open. I was listening to I don't remember what podcast it was. I think it was Cracking Aces, the Barstool Sports
Yeah.
one. And, Gutshot with nines. And they had, like, one of the Poker Go commentators on there, and he was just like, yeah, it's super goofy. Like, the guarantees were super lopsided. It's not like the U.S. Poker Open at Aria that's, like, massive. But when is that, do you know?
What?
The U.S. Poker Open? The one at Aria?
Pretty sure that opens up. That's like April.
It is
May.
April.
Because they do the poker, oh no, I'm sorry. The poker masters is at the beginning of the year. Like January, February. Because then the super high
Where's
roller
that at?
bowl.
That's at
Aria.
Aria.
Then the super high roller bowl is at Aria right before the series starts. Like middle of May.
Chris is floating a little bit here with a Jack 9. He's got a gut shot. He was really hoping to turn a
Club.
clubbers to give him some more outs. Mike's 9s are still good, and also chopping most of the straight draws with Chris.
Both these
10
are so
would
happy
be
to see that reversal.
not good, but
What
short of
are
that.
those straight draws there?
6,
Yeah, what's that do?
nothing.
Nope. Okay, just checking. I just want to make sure the graphics. If you were pulling a pasta,
Right,
I'm
I'm gonna
changing
change
the
it.
graphics.
Oh, actually, the 7's a 6.
Right.
That didn't happen. Hit him over the yard yesterday.
Yeah, that's terrible. Only a couple more times though.
Yeah. So Mike bet 130. Chris calls again.
I had to mow the yard yesterday. There, that's the card he wanted on the turn. On the river.
Yep.
Hey, the 6 makes a straight, you said.
6 makes a
Who's
straight.
got a straight?
Depends. Chris is going to pretend he's got a straight because he's going to fire into it. Repping a straight. I had 9-10 the whole time, buddy.
Yeah, I bet
9-10 of clubs,
Mike-
9-10 of hearts, 9-10 of diamonds.
Mike has.
The only one he's
diamonds.
got no block except the heart, right? Because if the guy had a 9-10 suited, leaves 2 of them out there, 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
How do you like this one? I like the bet from Chris. I mean,
I think
Mike-
Mike's gonna call.
Mike checked. I think Mike's going to call too.
He's
'cause it's
blocking the
Mike.
straights, and it's really like a 7.
Could
or
be a
nothing.
4-5, but that was
Yeah,
no, that's
4 or
not
5
it.
in there.
No. Anything you can put him on other than 9-10 or a 7?
Right.
What 7s does he have?
It's going to be more 7s than 9-10s.
7-8s.
Yeah, I mean,
You just
and
flop
he's
the stone cold.
A7, King 7 suited, 7-6.
There was a raise pre-flop, $30 pre-flop. Chris called.
But Chris called out of what, the big blind? No, the
Cut off.
Hey, we used our graphics.
Yep. Mike's going through the ranges in his head right now.
400 here.
400's a big
Mike's
bet.
calling for sure.
Think so? He's
Yep.
cutting it out.
He calling.
When you're bluffing like this, he puts it in there.
He calling.
So Chris, Mike,
It's really a 7 or
Fold
nothing.
one.
I think Mr. Gutshot took out all the straights because he has the 9s, which the straights all run through the 9s. Having 2 9s blocks half of the combos of straights. Half. Oh, I just got a missed call. Oh, Dad.
The 9-10.
Hong Kong protesters trample and burn LeBron James jersey after the Lakers star Monday's comments.
and what did he say?
He said that...
Mike called you with deuces earlier.
I don't remember. He
Mike
responded
plays
to
that
that
Polish
Maury
football.
guys.
Pull on any pair, they go all the way.
You remember Maury, the guy that...
The Hong Kong thing's gone crazy. Kind of not that it's not mainstream enough, but there's another guy who does Hearthstone. He
Yeah.
also plays Magic, which is why I follow him
Right,
on
the
Twitter.
Hearthstone,
But he's like a Hearthstone commentator and Twitch streamer, and Hearthstone gave a guy a year ban and took his prize money away because of some tweet he said or something he did on the stream about. No, he was wearing a mask and goggles, which is I guess a thing that everybody in Hong Kong's been wearing, the protesters.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's why he was doing it, and yeah.
Los Angeles Lakers star...
So this
touched
Brian
him.
Keebler guy was like, I'm out. I'm not going to commentate anymore. I'm not going to stream anymore. I'm not going to be part of a company that's going to
Wow,
do this.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Touched a nerve among protesters for suggesting that free speech can have negative consequences. Anti-government protesters have gathered for months in Hong Kong, partially in defense of free speech, which James said can carry a lot of negative. Protesters chanted for support for Houston Rockets general manager Maury, who tweeted on October 4th in support of the anti-governmental protesters.
And then Hong Kong shut down the NBA from coming there. Correct?
Right, because yeah. And now LeBron's basically saying,
And then the NBA came out and was like, hey, we respect the right of the Rockets owner to be able to say what he wants. I mean, that's
kind of, they're like, it's damaging, but, if we do respect that, he can say what.
he has the ability to say whatever he wants,
Yep.
regardless of what it cost you.
Fancy?
Voluntary put in pot. I feel like the graphics aren't as they're not as useful during a cash game, or is it just different? It just changes so much.
What do you mean?
Meaning, I don't know, in a tournament, I feel like there's an end game, so it's more prevalent. more important, more
What graphics? Oh, like the
voluntary
VPIP
put pot,
and-
yeah, aggression and things of that nature.
yeah.
Trying a new deck out here, folks. Fletch is going to go smoke. We won't see him till session 2, which will air next week. So this will be the next 3 weeks of Thursday night commentary.
Right.
UofC kids versus CCG regs. It's basically what it is, right?
Basically.
Pat's a reg, Mike's a reg, Big Cup's a reg, John's a reg, Anthony's a reg, Fletch is a reg. And then you get the 3 college kids. Wow. I think the battle of the freaking...
Right. It's almost like Big Cup Mike and Pat against Fletch, Anthony, and John against the smart kids.
It'd be kind of cool to have like a 9-handed, 3 teams, 3v3 like tournament. In fact, I think we might do that. That's kind of dope, right? How would you have to put people on the table? Because right now you've made it where each team members are sitting together.
Yeah.
So could you do it like that?
Probably. I don't know. There's
Or
definitely
would you
a lot of-
alternate? Do 1-1-1, 1-1-1,
1-on-1.
1-1-1?
Yeah, because that way they couldn't, like, if it folds around and the college kids just, like, dump their blinds to each
Yeah,
other.
the problem is, let's say, I guess it's, what if you pinch a
could
guy in
move
the
it.
middle? You could kind of get him in a pickle.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Fletch
Ace
raises.
king.
Yeah, sorry, you do it.
You're good.
Fletch raises with ace king.
You screw up the
Obviously,
graphics. Oh, no, you didn't
not
screw up the
suited.
graphics. Jack
You
eight.
can't screw up the graphics. That's the whole thing that Mike Postel.
Well, you could have clicked fold when he actually called.
Oh, right. Yeah, that you can.
I
back
thought
that up.
I was ripping on a flop.
You
but
can't
could-
change the graphics of the cards. though.
No.
You can't just be like, oh no, it misread. He's really
Some
got
guy
6-9.
some guy at the table yesterday who I thought was a complete d-bag was like, he's an out-of-towner from Milwaukee, so whatever. He thinks Chicago people are all weird. Anyways, I gutted him and he left. All sad.
Oh, at the horseshoe.
Yeah, he was like, how stupid are they to like stream with cards that have radioactive frequencies in them? Like
Radioactive?
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, radio frequencies in these cards. Like, how dumb are you? Like, he's like, these shufflers these days can just put the cards in any order and just deal out the bad beat every hand. Like, so of course there's cheating. I was just like, well, that's how they do it, man. Like, that's how you get to see the cards.
Right. And I don't think that's how radio frequency technology works. All right, we got Jacks here from Derick under the gun, who makes it 30. Will calls with 7s. Anthony 3 bets from the cutoff. 135 with ace king off. Back to Derick.
You know, we've seen Jacks get 4-bet every time. They didn't.
Poor Jacks. Get the hell out of the way, Jacks. So the Jacks are going to call, and the 7s get out of the way. Whoopsie noodles. 7s spike, and so do the aces. Jacks get 3rd in this
Third,
hand.
yep. But now there's
From
3
first
hearts.
to 3rd. 3 hearts, but nobody has a heart. They all have black cards.
Play my hand. What?
Look like a check, a bet, and a fold. Anthony's got to bet out the ace there with the three hearts, right? I mean, what else is he going to do? If it's ace king of hearts, meaning you have off, but you've got the king of hearts, the nut redraw. Do you bet it out there?
Yeah.
You still bet it out, find out where you are, and see what happens.
Yep. Trying. You want to get money from the worst hearts and charge.
So it's like you were talking about if you flop a set and the board pairs, like you want those guys because those are the guys that are going to call you.
And those are the guys you're going to make all the money from. Like if you get the Queen of Hearts or the Jack of Hearts, like if you're lucky enough to like have them have that.
He's got queens with the queen of hearts.
Right now you're going to
You're
charge
going to get
him.
all his money.
Well, you're going to definitely charge him to see a turn, and then like if another heart comes, like now you can build. This is how you get stacks in.
Yeah.
You can't really get stacks in without betting.
You know, that's very philosophical, Brandon.
I just see so many people with
You can't
like
shoot your eye out unless you buy a BB gun.
yeah.
You can't get burned
A lot of good
if
players.
you never play with fire.
I'm like the 7th best player here.
Anthony
Can't-
says he's the 7th best
You
player.
can't trip
here.
on a shoelace if you only wear flip-flops.
These are all. This is what I'm talking about.
This is all true stuff.
Right.
Brandonisms. All right, we've got Chris raises with King 9. That's the UofC
This is
Chris.
this the last hand.
It
This
is. It's the
this
last
juicy
hand
hand.
of season number 1, or episode 1 of the. What are we going to call this? UofC versus the regs?
Yeah.
It's like the outsiders.
College versus.
It's the outsiders.
Yeah, it is.
The college kids are the sporty jock kids, and the regs are the greaseball biker gang kids. It's awesome. All right. I think Mike check. So,
Bro,
come on.
That day was
Why is there
crazy.
155 in the
I
flop?
flopped
Anybody flop anything
35
here?
times.
I flopped
30 times 5
The
plus
last one
the
was
big one.
pocket aces on an ace. Queen,
Not bad.
queen board.
All right,
What
so
is that?
Mike has got an open ender. Fletch has got an open ender. Chris turned hearts.
Derick with a pair of 5s.
Big Cup's got squadouche
Big Cup's got a
Gutshot.
big gutter.
and an ace blocker
Damn.
for a flush draw.
He does win with an ace. He does win with a queen. Oh, he doesn't win with a queen. He wins with an ace, though.
Does win with an ace.
Fletch does not want a queen because that gives Mr. Gutshot his Gutshot
To the nuts.
to the nut gut.
So Fletch is drawn to a 7,
I like him though.
which still loses to Queen Jack. So you never really want to draw to a worse straight.
All right, so we have
You got a
Chris.
flush draw versus a straight draw. 2 overs
Oh
each.
my gosh.
Drills the red queen.
That is why his name is Mr. Gutshot.
So Mr. Gutshot gets there. Which is, I didn't even realize that. That's super funny. Oh my god, that's great.
I mean, he kind of has an open under, but he
Yeah.
hit the upper Gutshot. version
Right,
of
he
it.
hit the bitter end, which you're hoping the other guy's just got a naked jack.
Yep.
Jack 9 of hearts here, you just get hosed.
I mean, yeah, Fletch would be paying off anything on the river here if he called the turn.
Yep.
Which, that's kind of a tight fold by Fletch.
Mike bets into him. He bets, and Mike has been the aggressor. No, he bet the turn. He bet his gut shot, so he gave himself 2 chances to win.
He did.
Narrows the field down, drills the gut shot, bets into Chris, college kid Chris, CKC, who. Oh, don't make a move
This is
here, kid.
all in.
Just all in.
All in.
Call. I got the nuts. Ugh. What was Chris hoping he could put him on?
I think Chris was just hoping that Mike didn't have a jack. If Mike doesn't have a straight, he can't call
Oof. Woof.
him. He not only has a jack, he's got the good jack with the king.
I think Mike calls with just the jack there, too.
Probably. I mean, that's Chris is just like, well, I'm gonna rep. I have a jack. That's it. Simple as that.
He runs into a chainsaw of a better jack. Well, Chris bluffs off $876. We have the biggest pot of our night
Yeah.
in episode 1 of 3 of Thursday Night Commentary, 2-5 game at the max. Don't forget, folks, we're going to be playing 2-5 tomorrow, which will be Friday the 18th at the max. Game will start around 6 o'clock. It's first come, first serve.
Text in KJ.
Text in if you want to get on the call-in list so you move up higher. And we'll start recording at about 9 p.m. until about 12:30. Good times, good games.
Yeah.
Brandon, you got anything to say? Or are you just going to stay
I mean, Pat's playing tight, and here he is playing all night.
playing tight, play
and
all
like
night?
I said, his stack never went between.
Nah,
22.
he's still at 2.2.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a good bet for the whole 3 episodes. All right, well, that's going to do it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like and share button if you enjoy our commentary. Or if you don't, you just want to make fun of us, share that with your friends, too. All right, that's
Sounds
it.
good.
See you,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.